climate change and the need to adapt to it continues to rise, with the most vulnerable countries often the least responsible and least equipped to adapt to its consequences. For over 17 years, the Adaptation Fund has been supporting developing countries to adapt to climate change. It bridges the financing gap by providing resources to the communities on the ground that need it the most through projects that produce tangible results.
We need more finance to developing countries on adaptation. We need grant-based finance, which is what the Adaptation Fund is providing.
To date, the fund has committed over $1.2 billion in grant funding to more than 180 adaptation and resilience projects worldwide, reaching nearly 46 million people. Nearly half of these projects are located in small island developing states or least developed countries. Through its pioneering direct access approach, the fund empowers country ownership in adaptation, supporting local partners, what it calls national implementing entities, to develop projects directly in well over 30 countries.
Countries, through direct access, are able to access financial resources directly from the Adaptation Fund without going through intermediaries.
It was the first climate fund to operationalize locally led adaptation, opening adaptation funding opportunities directly to a wide range of local actors.
The Adaptation Fund was the first organization to adopt the principles of local-led adaptation.
This approach is country-led and targeted to local adaptation needs.
The Adaptation Fund approach is what we call a country-driven approach. Based on the country need, it is aligned to the country strategies and national policies.
In addition to its regular country projects, the fund has added new funding windows over the last few years for project scale-up, innovation, and learning, as well as locally led adaptation.
What we really like about the Adaptation Fund is that it gives climate finance directly to governments so that they can make sure that communities which are being impacted by climate change, their vulnerabilities and impacts are addressed so that they can be able to adapt.
These funding windows are also creating a broader base of proven and scalable solutions.
Swat is water harvesting through the dam as well as the deep wells. We have also established some nursery development so that they can have reforestation.
The fund continues to innovate and evolve.
In Antigua and Barbuda, the Adaptation Fund is supporting the Department of Environment. We upgraded the waterway in the McKennan's community. So now they're not experiencing any flooding.
The fund is constantly working with national, regional, and multilateral implementing partners to be flexible to each country's setting.
The Adaptation Fund wants to be flexible in order to attend the different difficulties that we can find in our territories. They adapt to the logic of the territories, not to the logic of a fund.
Adaptation Fund is encouraging each of us to develop projects involving the government or local government, which is very important because you need to build ownership, you need to build trust, you need to build awareness also among the people. Once we are finished with the project, they are the ones who is going to continue with whatever built, whatever given, whatever provided to them.
The fund supports learning and sharing between countries to ensure that the best ideas for projects can be spread. It is also increasing coordination with other climate funds to enhance impact.
A lot of these countries that are participating in the country exchange face the same challenges throughout the world. So it's important that some of the successful interventions, some of the good lessons that they've accumulated, but also some of the challenges they face, to take it on board and apply it in their own country.
Often, the fund's adaptation projects are the first on the ground in many vulnerable countries, and the fund ensures effective projects can later be scaled up to help create transformative impacts.
These funding windows allow you to access climate finance so that you are able to scale out or scale up any success stories.
This is a sample being copied to several places in Tanzania. This becomes a model.
The Adaptation Fund is more than just a financial resource. It's about creating an inclusive and sustainable model to ensure that the adaptation projects we support can create lasting change.
Climate change is going to be with us for the long term. The Adaptation Fund focuses on building the capacity of countries themselves so that they will become gradually self-sustaining in their climate change adaptation efforts.
Adaptation is critical, and it will be even more critical in the years to come, given the projections for climate change. We need more resources, and we need people in all spheres of society to pull together and build the resilience that we need in order to face the climate of tomorrow.